Hello, I would like to welcome all you retards and screwheads to the latest edition of News of the Day. That's the official channel. That's the official title of my channel. News of the Day with Jack Wood, and I'm your host, Jack Wood. Now listen, uh, this is a channel devoted to taking news of the day, what's currently going through the news cycle, and kind of giving a biblical slant on it. So let's get started, shall we? First, I'd like to introduce you to my wife's dog. She's in town. She's leaving tomorrow. This dog is named Dolly. Say hello, Dolly. Hello. Anyway, Dolly is a Bichon Frise. Beautiful animal. So nice. She doesn't have a mean bone in her body. She's over here chomping on some food. Let me put her down. Anyway, the first story. Hillary Clinton and James Carville. I want to talk about these two evil folk. Hillary was on X, formerly known as Twitter, calling Trump the new Hitler, saying we have to make a stand against him like we did against the Nazis during D-Day. And then you have Carville saying that the news media has to actually get more slanted against Trump. He's such a threat to the democracy. They have to focus on him in a more slanted fashion. How much more slanted can they get? I don't know. My point is this. This is what scares me. Or maybe I'm all screwed up in the head. God knows I'm not a genius. All right? Maybe I'm just messed up. Anyway, they've accused him of being a Russian spy. That didn't work. They tried to impeach him because of the Ukraine. Didn't work. They tried to impeach him because of January 6th. Didn't work. They're trying to put him in jail. My opinion, it'll be overturned when it gets to the federal appeals court, so it probably won't work. They tried to get him off the ballots in several states. Didn't work. So what's left? What's left that they can possibly do to this man? And there's only one answer. That's right. I'm really afraid that this guy, you're going to wake up one morning and hear, well, there was an accident on his 747 and, it went down and there are no survivors. Or he was on the golf course yesterday and had a heart attack. And, it's just one of those things. Or maybe if he's in jail before the appeals process comes through, another, as I said in a former video, another Jeffrey Epstein incident. The cameras all went out at the same time, and the guards were all asleep at the same time, and the lights went out at the same time. These things happen. One of those kind of things. And I really do see that in the future, because I just don't see any way they're going to let this guy back in office. They, who is they? We're talking these agencies that have too much power, the FBI, the CIA, even the NSA, or even something like the IRS. I'm telling you, there's huge collusion. They don't want that guy in there, and I think they're going to stop him one way or another. But again, what do I know? Perhaps I'm just being hysterical. In this day and age, I have no idea. I don't know what's going on. Second story. This story, in a strange way, might even be more serious. Looking down the line 10 to 20 years from now. And it's about AI. I saw this article focusing on the actor Kushner. Is that his name? Ashton Kushner. I think that's his name. He's the guy who used to be married to Demi Moore. Ashton Kushner. I don't know. I think he was the guy who replaced Charlie Sheen on 2.5 Men. And he said something that I found thought-provoking. He said, not too long from now, you're going to have all this content from AI. You're not going to need writers. And I believe that. In fact, I believe that this super intelligent machine is going to do a better job than humans at writing. Now, they might need some human knowledge to be, inputted into the system, and then it'll take over from there. For instance, let's say you say to the machine in the future, I want to redo the Jerry Seinfeld show, but I want to make it funnier. And poof, as many episodes as you want of a super funny show, or even music. You say to this machine, look, I'm a big fan. For me, I love this Pink Floyd for some reason. They're big albums, like I like Echoes, and I certainly like Dark Side of the Moon and Wish You Were Here and The Wall. Some fabulous songs. Now they're not so great anymore. There is really no Pink Floyd anymore, but you'll be able to say to this machine, look, you get on your keyboard or whatever, whoever's in charge, I really like a new Pink Floyd album, better than The Dark Side of the Moon. Then you press the button, and guess what? It'll develop a Pink Floyd album better than Dark Side of the Moon. I have no doubt about that. It'll have tremendous advantages for mankind in the short term. I believe that with all my heart. But there's something creepy about it. It's a Frankenstein story. And this idea that you can create a super intelligent being, and it's not going to have, there are going to be no consequences. I don't know. It freaks me out. Let's put a biblical slant on this story. Certain events in human history happen where God said, nah, can't let this stand. I'm thinking of the Tower of Babel with Nimrod, collecting all this power, global government. And God said, nah, I ain't putting up with this. Scattered them all, gave them all different languages. I'm thinking about the Nephilim when they came down, the angels that would later be demons, and they married women, human women, and they produced, their offspring were called Nephilim, and God said, no, can't have it. I believe this led to the flood, right? And I believe that this is also the case with this AI stuff. I think God's going to say to it, he's going to say, no, that's too much. Can't let it happen. Something is coming. And I don't know what it is. Obviously, I'm just a man. But it's not going to stand. It just can't stand. It's too creepy. Lastly, I want to talk about this beauty contest in Alabama. And because, I'm at almost 9 minutes, and I know I don't like to go over 10 minutes because I know people have short attention spans. They really, I don't know, they voted in this woman who, she's not very attractive, and she's extremely obese. She must weigh at least 300 pounds. And I'm not saying anything against obese women or that they can't have a life and have a husband and whatnot. Hey, I'm an ugly guy too. I'm ugly. And I deal with it. That's life. Some people look like Brad Pitt. Some people look like me. More people look like me than Brad Pitt. This is an ugly woman. I mean, she could crack a mirror. She's that ugly. And to give her this award for Miss Alabama, I don't know if any of you guys have been to Alabama. There are a lot of attractive women in Alabama. She ain't one of them. Anyway, to give her this award, it's very patronizing, right? It's like, here you go, Miss Piggy. Here you are, and we're with you. And I don't know. It's just, again, it's a sign of the times. It's just completely weird to me, and I don't get it. And I guess if I were to put a biblical slant on it, I'd go back to Psalms when God says, I've known everybody even before they were born, before they were formed in the womb. And sometimes you just have to accept what you are. If you're a big 300-pound woman, you can go on a diet if you want to, or take Ozempic, or try to make yourself look more attractive. But you're not Miss Alabama. I'm sorry. Hey, maybe that's the wrong way to look at it. That's how I look at it. Anyway, that's my video for today, because I'm past 10 minutes. Thank you for supporting the channel. Look, if you like this stuff, click like or subscribe or both. Help a brother out. Anyway, I'll talk to you all later. Have a wonderful day. God bless you. Bye-bye.